What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Th12 channel. In this video, I'll be going over a Town Hall 12 3-star attack strategy, the mass hog attack strategy. Extremely powerful attack strategy, and I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I've gotten a lot better with the strategy, and I've been using it regularly in war, practicing, just getting better with the attack strategy in general, and I've gotten really good at it. Before we look at some replays for the strategy, let's go ahead and look at the army composition used for the strategy. I'm not loading it up right now. I'm using Pekka for a war attack, but we go over to quick train. And we scroll down to army number 4. That is the army for the mass hog. That's the base army composition. I change it depending on the base and stuff like that, but that's the base. That's the one I'm using in Legend League. And so we got baby dragon, 40 hogs, 2 goblins, 2 archers, 5 wizards, 5 loons, a miner, an ice golem, 4 heals, 2 skeleton spells, a poison, and then in your CC you're gonna want max Valkyries, a wall wrecker, and a rage spell. So like I said, the composition will change depending on the base. Sometimes I'll bring extra hogs with the stone slammer. Sometimes I'll bring wall breakers, and that's when I'll pair it with the storm slammer because the town hall is easily accessible. Let's go through a few examples of what I'm talking about and where I change my composition and why I change it and all that good stuff. It's a really strong strategy, and highly recommend it, especially if you see those anti-3 bases. But let's go ahead and jump into the first replay. Alright guys, first example we got here, we got a max Town Hall 12 from the previous war, and he's using one of those popular, 4-corner island bases, and I see this base all the time in Legend League. This is the perfect strategy for taking down this base. I absolutely crush this base every time I see it, and it's a very easy step process. It's not very difficult. All you're going to want to do, and you're going to see here in the replay, we have the CC, which is the biggest threat to the strategy. The queen, the heroes, they can be a pain, but the skellies are for the queen, and then the king, he's for after. Sometimes he does mess up the attack and results in, higher 2-star attacks and stuff like that, but the main focus is definitely the clan castle. So you're going to see me use the ice golem and the heroes to take out the clan castle. Alright, the wall wrecker has the Valkyries in it, and what I'm going to do with the wall wrecker is I'm going to delay it, send it in after I've cleared this area over here with the archer queen, and I'm going to snipe off the town hall in the middle. Alright, while the hogs are going around the base, because they're not going to target the town hall. I've attacked this base so many times, and even when the town hall is activated, most of the hogs ignore it and they go around the base and they end up dying. So what I had to do is adjust it and send a wall wrecker into the middle after the hogs clear it out, so that way that town hall goes down. Let's go ahead and play here so I can show you what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna start on this bottom side, like I said, towards clan castle. We're going to take out those clan castle troops. Alright, so 2 dragons come out. What I was doing here was trying to funnel down this side so the heroes don't go around, but dragons come right to them. Ice golems in front. They're gonna freeze the dragons for a little bit, and I'm going to achieve my first objective, which is to take down the clan castle. Once I've done that, now the next objective is to clear out this section right here. All these defenses need to go down, so that way when the hogs jump over, they go straight towards this side over here, and they start going around the base. All right, so as you can see there, king goes down, but he gets some damage in. Queen scares me a little bit, almost goes to the left, and I really don't want her to go to the left. I really want her to stick towards the middle, take down that archer tower, and take down that grand warden statue. Very important to clear that side of defenses, and once that warden statue goes down, queen, we don't need her anymore. Now we can step in the hogs along with the warden, and so now we got to get rid of the queen. Queen's going to be a big problem for the hog riders, so what we're going to do is once they jump over, I believe they place a heal down along with the skeletons right on top of the queen, and then there goes the warden ability. Once they get into the range, now the queen is attacking invulnerable skeletons, and she's going to go down. All right, we got some loons coming in on the right side trying to snipe off the inferno tower, but I am unable to take it down with the loons, but it does distract the beams of the inferno tower long enough for the hogs to close in on it, and you can see there hogs are making their way towards the eagle, and there you go. Wall wrecker sneaks right in. I sent it through this side right here. Valkyries are coming out of the CC or the wall wrecker, and they're going to snipe off that town hall. There's my 2-star at least, and now I just got to worry about finishing off the base. They'll have 1 heal, 1 rage. That 1 rage is going to encompass the hogs going into the inferno tower and then bouncing back out to that, that last compartment of defenses along with that last heal spell. So this base, if you ever see this base, load up mass hogs and absolutely destroy it this way. I mean, there's no way for the base to be stopped. There's no way for the attack strategy to be stopped against this base. I've literally destroyed it several times in Legend League. Of course, it took me a while to figure it out because I ended up, not getting the town hall sometimes, and it just, would throw off my attack and make it worse and stuff like that. But as you can see here, guys, easy wipe of the base, 3-star. And the next few replays I'm going to go over, the composition is going to be different for each attack. I just change it based on what I see with the base, but the base of the attack remains relatively the same. And there you go, guys. Easy 3-star. Again, if you see that base ever, it's a very common base. If you see that base, take it down, use mass hogs. You'll get a 3-star pretty much every single time. As long as you follow those steps and send in that delayed wall wrecker, you have no problem. Alright guys, second replay we got here. This is a replay from the last CWL, I believe the CWL from last month. So it's an old replay, but I definitely want to show it because it is the mass hog variation. It was when I was learning the attack. And as you can see on the bottom there, the composition is a lot different than the normal one. We have 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, we have less hogs, we have a jump spell, some barbarians, a giant, and I think we have more wizards than normal. We have a wall wrecker. I believe it contains a P.E.K.K.A. or Valkyries. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But it is a kill squad, basically. This is a kill squad hog attack, but it's still a mass hog attack. If you take a look at the base here, you can see the town hall is pretty much isolated by itself. And then we have this like giant moat in the middle of the base right here. This moat is going to keep my hog from going inside the base unless there are Th12s there, which I don't believe there were. So as you can see, if I follow this path where the queen is, that path is going to lead the hogs around the base easily. If you can see an easy path around the base, mass hogs is very easy to navigate because all you have to do is cut off one side or cut off a certain area and you'll be good to go. I bring the jump spell because I want to get to the eagle and take it down. I mean, it's a bonus. If it doesn't happen, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it definitely would have helped by taking down the eagle. I also dropped the skeleton spells because you'll notice the queen is towards the outside the base and her range is really on the outside, so I can use my king in order to snipe her off. Alright, so let's go ahead and play it here. And what we're going to do first is snipe off the enemy queen as soon as she jumps over that wall. So she jumps over, I place my king down, and she is going to go down. If you ever see that, you know, ability to take her down like that, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it because it makes the mass hog a lot easier. I use the P.E.K.K.A. on the right side to funnel. I use a giant and 2 wizards on that left side to funnel. And now we're going to smash our way into the town hall. And we're going to pull out those CC troops. CC troops is the #1 objective for this strategy. Do not push your hogs down until the CC has been cleared. If you need to do it the way I'm doing it here, as you can see, there's a hole in the base I took advantage of. But those Th12s, look at those Th12s. Th12s are on the path. They're in the path of the hog rider, so I don't have to worry about them jumping over into the middle or anything like that. But here we go. Ice Golem and P.E.K.K.A. comes out of the wall wrecker, and we have 3 P.E.K.K.A.s in there. We got the queen, no warden. Warden's going to go with the hogs. And this enemy CC is going to go down. Poison came down on top of them. Jumps right connecting into the middle where the eagle is. Queen and P.E.K.K.A. are doing some damage. All my P.E.K.K.A.s are down here, I believe. Yep. And there's just an Ice Golem left. But Ice Golem's going to make her way towards the single. Queen's going to hop over, take down the single, the Tesla, and all that good stuff. Hogs are coming in on the path that I mentioned. And along with the warden, they're going to pretty much wipe out this base. There is one Tesla in the middle there, but it's not in that little moat, so there's no real connection to that side. And as soon as that Tesla goes down, you can see it hops back over, and we're on the path to really 3-star on the base easily here because look at the path. Look at the remainder of the base. It's a great path for the hogs. It's very, very predictable. There's no splitting. That's very dangerous. When the hogs start to split, that's really when you run into problems with the hog strategy. But if you can set up a path for the hogs, and you can see it, especially against these anti-3 bases. So I definitely recommend using the strategy against anti-3 bases. Using against ring bases is a bit of a challenge. You might want to go with like a queen charge hog, or even queen charge Lalo, something that you can penetrate the base a little better. But with the kill squad hog, with the Sui, mass hog attack that I'm showing you here, the anti-3 bases with the town hall towards the, the outer edges of the base, absolutely destroys it, especially if you can set up a path around the base. I 2 times it there, and we're going to go ahead and get another beautiful 3-star, and I believe the next replay has a different composition as well. It just depends on what the base gives you and how you adjust to the base. You can use this version, you can use the one that I normally use in Legend League. I never know what base I'm going against, so I like to bring the best opportunity to get at least a 2-star up in Legend League, but this is how you do it. And if you see those anti-3-star bases, like I said, go ahead and drop and use this strategy. It's an absolute destructive strategy against those bases, especially if you can set up pathing. Alright guys, example number 3, and you can see we have this other max Town Hall 12. It's another anti-3-star base, and the Town Hall's towards the outside of the base. Look at the bottom of the composition. It is a little different than the one that we use right now. We have a P.E.K.K.A. that has been already been placed, and we have wall breakers. And I believe what we're missing is a couple loons and yep, some more hog riders. But the spell composition is the same. and the siege machine of choice is the Stone Slammer. In the Stone Slammer is going to be more Hog Riders, and of course that Rage spell. But so for this one, this is when I was, again, learning the Mass Hog strategy, changing the composition, and this is a higher risk, higher reward attack. The one that I used that I showed you in the beginning, that is more safe because you have that wall wrecker coming in and you have it, taking down the town hall for sure, pulling out the CC for sure. With this one, there's always the risk of the wall breakers not making it through if you don't place them correctly, and of course the heroes going around. Alright, so let's go ahead and play it here. And drop a P.E.K.K.A down on that left side. I want her to clear that left side so the heroes can go in easier. We have loons coming in along with the baby dragon. And another loon coming down. So I want them to clear that right side for me. And P.E.K.K.A doesn't really do that much on the left side, just taking down that storage, which it does help a little bit, I guess. Ice Golem comes in along with the heroes. And now we need to sneak our wall breakers in so we can break that first layer of the wall and get to the town hall. Queen can reach the town hall without breaking the second layer. She has a range to grab it and stuff like that. King's going to go to the left side and clear out that left side, which is fine. It definitely helps out the queen so she doesn't go around herself. I just need her to snipe that town hall and take down the CC. So she's going to step up, take down the air defense. King is going to clear that left side. And there she goes into the base. Here comes a baby dragon and a couple ice golems. And I'm going to pop her ability really early, take down the town hall, and have her wipe out the enemy CC. Hogs are coming on the right side here. You can see the path of the... I'm going to go ahead and pause it here real quick. You can see the path of the Hog Riders. So I cleared this like left-ish side, and now I have this right side set up for them. And I have a Stone Slammer right here coming in, taking down this mortar, narrowing down that path, keeping them on the path of taking down this. Gonna resume it here, and Hogs are jumping over. Warden's coming in with them, and the heals are being dropped to help them through the base. And then there goes that that rage, I'm sorry, with the skeletons. And then once the Warden steps up into the range of the skeleton, now the Queen's attacking. Look at that, invulnerable skeletons under a rage. Queen goes down, absolutely destructive. I don't know if I zoom out here, but while I'm doing this, by the way, you need to start placing down your cleanup. So your wizards, your archers, if you see something in the middle that a miner can grab, because time is a very valuable asset with this attack strategy. Sometimes it comes down to the wire, so make sure you're actively placing down wizards and stuff like that. Do I zoom out here? I don't believe if I do, but the Hogs are clearing the remainder of the base. It's going to be another easy 3-star. But you can see I set up that pattern, and it allowed the Hogs to go around the base pretty easily. I had that path set up, and they were able to easily navigate the base and take it down. This was a Stone Slammer variation. This was the Wall Breakers, variation. Again, higher risk, higher reward for this attack, but it is difficult, more difficult to pull off. Make sure when you place your Wall Breakers, place one, test the bomb, let the Ice Golem test the bombs, or the King or something, and then place your Wall Breakers. Make sure it's safe, or you can wait for the Ice Golem to pop. It'll freeze everything in front of it, and then you place down your Wall Breakers, and it'll get in safely. You can go ahead, grab the CC, and all that good stuff. But another easy 3-star, guys. As soon as I set up the path for the Hogs, it was an easy 3-star. Didn't have to worry about really too much at that point. Make sure you place the skeletons down and use the Warden ability once, because I'll mess up with it sometimes and press the Warden ability too early and miss the skeletons, and they'll die, or they won't do enough damage to the Queen, and then she'll survive and end up ruining the attack. But you'll get better with time. Make sure to practice, place those heals where the Hogs are going, and the pathing is very important so they don't split up in the base. But there you go, guys, another easy 3-star. Alright, guys, third replay we got here, and we got a similar looking base to the last base we just attacked. It's from the same clan, and this was their number 1 guy, so the number 2. We have the same composition on the bottom, and you can see this base is another, like I said, similar to the last base. We're going to take down the town hall section, take down all those defenses, and we have a nice easy path throughout the base. This giant moat in the middle we're going to use to our advantage. If there's no Teslas in that moat, it's going to make it 10 times easier for the Hogs to make it around they're not going to deviate from their path. Let's go ahead and play it here, and we're going to start it off by doing the exact same thing that we did in the first replay, or the second replay, which is falling down the left and the right side. So once we cleared out the left and right side, we're going to bring down our heroes, the Ice Golem, and then we're going to use our Wall Breakers to break into the first layer, take down the Town Hall, and then activate the CC and take them down as well. So Ice Golem comes in, P.E.K.K.A sweeps across that little section I want the Wall Breakers to attack. There's no bombs that go off, so I can place all my Wall Breakers down and have them break through the first layer without really worrying about them going down. So King's going to come in, Ice Golem, Queen, and they're going to push their way towards the Town Hall, and they're going to activate that CC, which is a Hound and a Baby Dragon. So this is the best kind of CC for a Hog Attack, and the only thing you don't want to do is pop the Hound, which I end up accidentally doing in this. She takes down the Town Hall, and then, she's attacked by the Tesla, she's attacked by the tower, so I have to pop her ability in order to keep her alive. That Baby Dragon must go down, but she ends up targeting the Hound. and it pops. So she takes down a majority of the pups here. It would be bad if she only took down like 1 or 2. As you can see here, there's a bunch left, so I'm going to pull them out to the corner here. And I'm going to snipe them off with a wizard. Archer's going to distract them. Wizard comes down, snipes them off. Now we're ready to start off the hog deployment. Here they come on the right side. And we still have that one expo. I was hoping that expo would go down, but a couple of them are going to deviate away from the main path and come back, so that's not a big deal. Stone Slammer comes in from the right side, keeping them on that path along the, that right side of the base. As you can see, they all jump over towards that expo. The splitting is bad. You don't want the splitting to happen a lot among the attack. You really want them to stay together in a pack, so that way it makes it easier for them to navigate to the base. And Rage comes down. Skeletons were dropped as well. I don't believe I got some of the skeletons, did I? I don't know, but the queen goes down here. Maybe she was focusing on a hog, but the queen goes down. The Rage Skellies took her down, and this is looking really good. We still have one heal spell left. Another easily wrecked base. A couple Tesla popping up on the backside. It's not going to be enough to stop this attack. Absolutely destructive. You can't see that I've already started placing down my cleanup as well, so make sure you're actively doing that as well, because when I first started doing it, I would wait till the end when all the defenses were taken down, and then I run out of time. So make sure when you place your hogs down, what I like to do is place like 2 or 3 after I place them down, because I know that 40 hogs can take down the first 5 or 6 defenses. So at least I get the cleanup process started already. And there you go, guys. Another easy 3-star. It was a similar base to the one I attacked before, and that giant moat in the middle definitely helped, especially if there's no Teslas there, because it's not going to deviate them away from their path. They're going to go around the base. Easily predictable. Can place heals down. Another easy 3-star. Alright guys, final example we got here, and we got an almost max Town Hall 12, except for, I believe, some of the defenses. Still a pretty intimidating base, and you'll notice on the bottom the Town Hall is in a section by itself, so my goal was to take down the section with the Town Hall, and then take out the remainder of the base with the Hog Riders. Go ahead and play it here, and the first thing we're going to do is funnel the left and right side. Unfortunately, I make a lot of mistakes, and I realized I made the mistake as soon as I attacked. I don't have any wall breakers to get to the Town Hall, so I'm going to try and use my Stone Slammer to take it down, but I ended up messing that up too. I ended up panicking in this beginning part here, and I ended up wasting my heroes, my Stone Slammer, and my skeleton spells. So as you can see there, the king is on the right side, Ice Comb's on the right side. I placed my Stone Slammer way too early, thinking it'll attack the Town Hall. Town Hall's not activated, so it's not going to attack that because it's not a defense. Skeletons come down in panic, and Stone Slammer still says no, it's going to go around the base instead of attacking the Town Hall. So a mistake on my part, so what I have to do is directly attack the Town Hall with my Hog Riders. Hog Riders coming in along with the Warden. Going to have to use abilities super early so I can protect the Hog Riders coming in, and Town Hall is going to go down. So what I have to do here is shape the base with the remainder troops that I have. I have some loons that I'm going to use to take down the Archer Tower over here and try to keep them on a path throughout the base and get this 3-star. No CC troops came out of this, so that was a little bit lucky. It definitely helps out, but it still is a tremendous uphill battle at this point. Poison comes down on top of the Queen, who's also under the protection of the Warden. Warden goes down, and here comes, it's just an absolute mess. So Rage comes down on the Eagle, heal on top of the Hogs on the left side because it has the majority of the Hogs over there, and I still have one heal spell left. I place it in a weird position because they're going to bounce out towards that cannon, bounce out towards the Archer Tower, and then they're going to redirect towards the Wizard Tower. So eventually, maybe I placed it down too early. They come back into the heal spell, and I was able to get the 3-star. There's a lot of Hogs left over here. They take down the remainder of the defenses, and then it's just that Queen that's left over. She does not have a lot of health, and the remainder of the Hogs end up taking her down. It was a disaster at the beginning. There was no CC troops. Of course, if there were CC troops, it might have made a difference in the attack. You see I only have about 4 or 5 Hog Riders left. The poison would have been used for the CC if there were CC troops, but that disaster was almost terribly bad, but I recovered from it. Make sure to bring wall breakers if you're going to bring the Stone Slammer. I just forgot to bring it. But there you go, guys. Another 3-star. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was definitely well executed, even with all the mess ups. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for the video. I've gone through several replays just to show you guys that the Mass Hog Attack is very adaptable to most bases except for the ring bases. Stay away from ring bases with this attack strategy. Definitely recommend using it just on anti-3s, and then bases that you see that are like the first replay, absolutely use Mass Hogs. Destroy that base and get it out of the game, because that's actually one of the most annoying bases to go against. But that's all I have for the video, guys. If you guys have any questions about the attack strategy, let me know. Make sure you practice it in matchmaking before you use it in war. That's always my philosophy with attack strategy. If you're going to use something that you've never used before, definitely jump into matchmaking and then practice it before you use it. But that's all I have for the video, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. And if it helped, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.